Welcome to our Homeopathic Remedy of the Month series. If you've been following along with my emails, blog posts, and other videos this month, you know that it's Thyroid Awareness Month and we're discussing all things thyroid related. So this month, I want to introduce a homeopathic remedy that is specific to the thyroid. Now, there are a lot of remedies that we can use for thyroid problems. We've got sepia, spongia, calcarb, iodum, lycopodium, bromium, and more. But the one I would like to talk about today is thyroidinum. Now, thyroidinum is what's known in homeopathy as a SAR code. SAR codes are remedies that are made from healthy body tissues. So in this case, homeopathic pharmacies take a dried up thyroid gland from a sheep to make our homeopathic remedy thyroidinum. As a side note, if you don't yet understand how homeopathic remedies are made, I'd highly recommend taking an intro to homeopathy class, either with myself or another homeopath, so that you can understand that process. I'm not really going to get into that in our Remedy of the Month series. Now, to understand what thyroidinum can be used for, we have to understand what can go wrong with thyroid function. I'll link my previous video in the description so that if you didn't see that, you can go watch that to get an adequate picture of what the thyroid is and what its functions are. Because the thyroid is a major player in regulating metabolism, thyroidinum is going to be a great remedy for those with metabolism issues that have gone too far one way or too far the other way. So if someone has lots of energy, very thin, maybe they suffer with racing heart, they have difficulty getting to sleep, they very well could have hyperthyroidism. But on the other hand, if they're fatigued, feel like their heart is very weak, can't get rid of excess weight they're carrying around, and they just want to sleep all the time, they're likely to have hypothyroidism. Either case, thyroidinum can be a very useful homeopathic remedy. It does a wonderful job of gently stimulating and balancing the thyroid itself, which in turn helps to maintain normal metabolic functions. Thyroidinum can also be used for those with skin issues like eczema, dry skin, or psoriasis. It can be used for breast tumors, cysts, rheumatoid arthritis, growth issues in children, endometriosis, hair that's falling out, or excessive growth of hair in places that it shouldn't grow. Think female facial hair, right? And even dryness in other parts of the body like the lips, mouth, and throat. If someone has constant cold hands and feet, they have muscular weakness, edema and puffiness in the body tissues, thyroidinum could be a useful remedy for those symptoms as well. Excessive mood swings at hormonal changes in life, think puberty or menstruation, pregnancy, menopause, may be a call for the use of thyroidinum. But let me say, just because someone has one or more of these symptoms doesn't mean that this is necessarily the appropriate remedy choice. This is just one of many remedies that could be considered. The person's entire health picture needs to be evaluated to determine if this remedy would be the best match for their health status. Mostly, thyroidinum will be used in chronic cases for thyroid malfunction symptoms, but it can also be used for acute symptoms such as extreme vomiting during pregnancy. I tend to go with a higher potency like 200C for most chronic cases, but as with many other homeopathic remedies, it can be used in a 30C potency for acute issues. So the main thing I want you to take away from this discussion is that thyroidinum can balance both sides of the thyroid spectrum. Thanks for joining me for this Remedy of the Month series, and I'll see you again next month.